I'll tell you, I feel really bad for Mark Kotsay. He's a good guy. He's a gamer. He's a grinder. His whole life has been around baseball, from Cal State Fullerton to the major leagues. His tenure with the Padres, he's highly regarded. He's in a terrible situation. Oakland Athletics are 3-16. This is the franchise that used to be the Philadelphia Athletics. Connie Mack, great success, sold off all his players, went to Kansas City, became a Yankee farm club. Whenever they had somebody good, they wound up trading him to Yankee Stadium. Moved to Oakland, run by the crazy man Charlie Finley, won 4 World Series. Then Finley shredded the roster, got rid of all the free agents, and it's really been a down cycle since that point in time. This is the worst start in athletics baseball in 123 years, and Mark Kotsay is about to unravel in the dugout. He went public yesterday and made the comment, "We have been placed in an uncompetitive situation." Ouch. Now, I don't know if he's referencing Billy Beane, the general manager, the ownership of John Fisher, the roster they've got, which is very, very young. They're not competitive at all. Then you throw onto that, nobody's coming to their games. John, average baseball attendance is like 31,000 a game this season. The A's the other night at home drew 5,194.
Ooh.
The A's are averaging a shade over 12,000 this season. Last year, dead last, 9,900. They play in a dump that's the Oakland Coliseum. And while all this is going on, as they're getting their brains beat out, nobody's paying attention, nobody's coming, and they can't compete. Ownership signed a deal last night to purchase 49 acres of real estate in Las Vegas. And MLB has gone public and said, we approve of what John Fisher is doing, move the franchise to Vegas. But they're creating now an unbelievably bad lame duck situation for this year, 24, 25, and 26, because they can't build this new stadium quick enough. Their target date, after they purchased the land, they announced was 2027. What a horrific situation baseball has allowed to exist with John Fisher as the owner said. Poor Mark Kotsay.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if it was all calculated, the way they, had a fire sale, kind of dumping all the players. So that way the fans were not going to put up too much of a fuss if they left. But now I wonder if they're in this lame duck situation, why not be like what the Expos were, where they kind of were a traveling, globe-trotting team. That might be kind of fun. But to your comment about Mark Kotsay, I saw a clip of him trying to defend one of his guys that got a called third strike on the pitch clock. And he got hurt. And Kotsay was defending his guy. I mean, he can't win for losing.
Bad situation. And I just don't think this is, quote, good for baseball. I mean, we did go through a decade or so prior to the mess in Montreal. But that was driven by the Canadian dollar, US dollar exchange. That was driven by a smaller market at that point, a bad stadium situation for the Expos. And they wound up relocating finally to Washington, but it became a bad interim situation. And they wound up playing games in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It was a fiasco. This is a fiasco. And I to a degree, I blame baseball. They've allowed ownership to strip mine this roster, sell off their players, take revenue sharing, don't pay anybody. Lowest payroll in baseball at $43 million.